Hey yo guys, it's me and I'm back for another video. I'm following up yesterday's where I'm cutting out sugar and dairy for my autoimmune disease, the diet aspect of what I'm trying to do health-wise. And another component of that is how you can be active and exercise when you have some symptoms of a disease that kind of slows you down, kind of makes things painful, limits what you can do. So I'm gonna go over some stuff that's worked for me. And I'm in the Target parking lot in my car where my kids cannot find me or yell for me or bother me. I love them so much, and in a lot of ways this shelter in place, still shelter in place, Michigan 2020, COVID pandemic, still not able to do my hair, got the hat on. I actually have enjoyed so much time with them, but I am not a fucking teacher, man. I lose my mind. And I've been homeschooling them for 2.5 months, and maybe 1.5 feels like 12.5, but I needed a break. And they keep wanting to talk, and because they're lonely and bored too, so they keep following me around. But I am in the car in the parking lot at Target about to do a grocery run with my masks. I'm not a big giant crybaby. So I'm just gonna sit here and do my video while everybody walks by and gives me weird looks. They'll probably think I'm on FaceTime or maybe like Zoom for a really important meeting, like I'm really important. So that's where I am to bring you this video. And the first form of exercise I am going to bring to you, because you can do it anywhere with no equipment, is yoga. It's preferable to have a mat for your joints if you're on a hardwood floor, but I've done it without, as long as you're kind of careful on your ease and release. It's not too bad. A rug is good. Mats are pretty inexpensive. The more expensive ones are a little better if you have issues with slipping. I had issues with slipping. Just your hands and your poses on some of the cheaper ones, but they still provide a lot of cushion for your joints and your weight. There's 100 million apps, videos. You can do it at home, you can do it anywhere, you can do it in the park, you can do it when you travel, you can do it in a hotel room. You can do it on your deck. It's a beautiful day, get out in nature, do yoga, it's wonderful. If you are unfamiliar and you're looking for some people to guide you, some of the girls I like to follow on YouTube, if you're kind of a beginner or you're doing yoga with a beginner, or you are doing it with children who want to follow along, I recommend yoga with Adrienne. She's soothing, sweet. The practices are pretty manageable. If you're more of an intermediate level, I like yoga with Cassandra. She has some easier videos as well too, but she gets into a lot more of the challenging poses once you feel like you're beyond the beginner stage and you want a little more of a cardio workout, a little more of a strength workout. You get cardio and strength from the easier ones, along with flexibility, range of motion, balance, all that stuff you might lose from your autoimmune disease. I know I have issues with balance, and it's helped me a lot. But when you're into a more fitness aspect of it, if you would like to move up to intermediate, I recommend yoga with Cassandra. She's another good one. When you get to an advanced level, I don't know what to tell you because I'm not advanced. So you go ahead and find that out and then let me know. Maybe I'll get there someday. There's also a lot of mind-body connection to yoga. You are mastering parts of your mind that are going to help you in other areas of your life. When you can stay focused and stay in the zone, there's a meditative aspect to it because it's not particularly hard moves, but you have to get in touch with your body. You have to think about what every part of your body is doing. You have to think about your breath, and you're tuning out all those other thoughts. And that mind-body connection is very valuable and translates to other areas of your life and has a great sense of calming, great sense of well-being. If you want to know more about that, check out the YouTube video, The Science of Yoga. Medical professors from Harvard are on there, and lots of long-term practitioners. It's another great one. Apparently, my YouTube channel is just going to be telling you all the other YouTube channels you should go to. So just come here to find out all the best ones. But I do recommend it. Yoga's best overall. Everything. Stiffness, soreness, lack of mobility, It's energizing. It helps you focus. It helps your balance. It's amazing. That, number one, 100%, I think everybody should do yoga. And they found huge benefits from even doing just 12 minutes of yoga a day. You don't need to do a lot. 12 minutes, I think the actual study was 12 minutes 5 times a week, so you really don't need to do a lot. Number one. Other ideas for low impact workouts for toning and mobility and stuff. Pilates is another good one. If you want to check out some Pilates videos, that also really tightens your core, which I think everybody has some trouble with. It's hard to get a nice tight core. Pilates is good. Bar workouts aren't particularly low impact, at least the ones I found. I haven't delved too deep into them. I found 1 or 2 that I really like. I've stuck with them. They're a little more intense. There is a lot of kind of up and down on your joints, but if you're used to being in the gym, lifting weights, doing weighted machines, doing stair steppers, doing treadmills, doing all that stuff, this is less of an impact than that. So if you're trying to look for a step down from a more intense gym workout that you were maybe participating in before your diagnosis or before your symptoms elevated, that's a pretty good one. And that it'll lift your booty. My butt's like, my husband likes it. So that's a good one. So bar, Pilates, and yoga are probably your best bets for low impact, where you can do video. I mean, they have classes in studios when things open back up, and if you like a class environment and it is a financial feasibility for you, that's great. But you can also do it pretty much anywhere with no equipment. If you do belong to a gym and you can get somewhere, do something. The other thing that I love is swimming. Swimming has been amazing for me. It's the cardio I switched to when I first got the rheumatoid arthritis symptoms. I used to do, when I was up in the main gym, I'd get really bored. I couldn't stay on one thing for too long. You know, I've got like some raging ADHD, and I would just click my headphones in and, you know, listen to music about selling drugs and shooting people and, you know, getting down, dirty, worked up. And I was a badass rapper, going hard, and I would just kind of like get in a zone, and I would just hop around from stair stepper to treadmill to bike, and I would do like 15 to 20 minutes of each of those, and then I would go and kind of go through the weight lifting routine, like just hit all the equipment. I always did use lighter weights just because even at light weights, if I'm not careful or I do them too much, I have a tendency to bulk up. I have a very mesomorphic body type. One time my husband, who has a past where he did bodybuilding for a little while, and so he has all that knowledge and techniques and whatnot, and he went through a phase where he wanted to train me, and he was sure that, you know, I wasn't going to get crazy bulky and big, because women supposedly don't produce that kind of testosterone where you can't do it, even if you are lifting kind of heavy, and especially if you're not lifting heavy. But apparently I do. I produce that kind of testosterone. It probably explains why my unibrow grows back every week and a half. I have to wax it. And, you know, I don't know. Apparently I have that testosterone, because I looked like Hulk Hogan in 2 weeks, and I wasn't even lifting that heavy. It was insane. I was so mad, because it took a while for the muscles to atrophy back to a normal size, in my opinion. I thought too. So I was careful with not doing too heavy weights, but, you know, consistent weights, and I was hitting the muscle groups that I wanted. I would always try to target my glutes. I want, you know, bigger butt. And I would target heavy the glutes. I would target heavy the quads, just because my quads are thicker anyways. So I'd rather have them strong and defined than softer. Super light, anything on my upper body, I would hit real light, because I do have a tendency to bulk up. And then also just core work. So that was what I did before. And then when it got to be too much for my joints, my fatigue, I switched to swimming, which I always liked swimming, but it's kind of a hassle, right? Especially, I live in Michigan. A lot of times it's not conducive to the weather. So you're packing a gym bag every time, changing. You have to shower before and after. You have to dry your hair. It just, like, the process is what would turn me off to swimming more so than actually swimming. But I bit the bullet and got in a routine and just did it. And I also got a little less fussy. Like, I will just get out of the pool and like dry off for 2 seconds and throw on real baggy sweats off my wet bathing suit. I won't put a whole outfit on. I won't do the whole, you know, blow up my hair, all that stuff at the gym. Just put it under a hat and I'll leave. So, you know, when you can kind of let go of some of the other stuff and do that, it helps. And swimming's so wonderful. I can just get in the zone and chill out, and it's like a more zen zone. It's more my like the Britney Spears Gloria album, where it's like just kind of like chill but upbeat and going. I'm not so much in my mad rapper zone. Both zones are equally valuable. I'm just trying to kind of tell you the zones you get in when you swim, and I recommend, you know, whatever works for you, whatever makes you happy. I was on the swim team in middle school, so I am familiar with the strokes, even though that was a million years ago. I have never been a fast swimmer, especially with freestyle. I get winded. I don't have good lungs, I don't think, for something like that. I've always gotten winded. I've never gotten fast. So I don't do freestyle. I will do breaststroke, and I will do backstroke, and I will do side stroke. And again, with the ADD, it's nice because you just feel like you're getting to the end of the pool and then you're switching a stroke. It's something new. It kind of keeps your brain engaged and tricked. Like, even though you're in a chill zone, if I just do the same thing continually, I have a hard time sticking with it. Being able to change strokes while you're swimming is great. The other thing is doing one lap with just your arms, one lap with just your legs. I don't have good enough form to do the butterfly stroke traditionally. However, I can lay on my back and maneuver my legs and my abdominal and my torso. So it's kind of like butterfly stroke on your back, hybrid of the two strokes, and that hits your abs really well. You're also hitting your core like when you're swimming with just your legs, because keeping your arms down at your side, you're engaging your whole torso, your obliques, your abs, your low back, to keep erect. So you can, because I like keeping my face out of the water when I swim for the most part. And that helps a lot. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know why. Something about being in the water is so soothing. If I'm swollen, the joint swelling just goes down. My mobility goes up. My range of motion goes up. It's amazing. I do it about 30 to 40 minutes. And then ideally I like to do 2 saunas. I like to do one before I get in and then one when I'm done. My dad, who has osteoarthritis, also finds a lot of relief in sitting in saunas. I can only do the sauna when I'm at the gym by the pool, but he has saunas. He has home saunas, and he does like 3 to 4 a day actually, and says they're great for him. So if you can get to a gym and you have the time, my ideal is to get to the gym, shower off, sit in the sauna for 15 minutes. Sometimes I can push it to 20, but 15 minutes is my average, and I don't push myself to the point where I'm like sweating, because then I'm tired the rest of the day and it's counterproductive. But I like to do 15 minutes to get real hot and sweaty and get everything going, get loosened up. And then also, if you do that, the pool feels so good. The cold water feels so good to get in it. And then I swim for about 30 to 40 minutes, just back and forth, switching up my laps. And then I like to do another sauna for another 15 minutes, like if I've got the time to do all that, and then also shower and pack my bag and leave and get home. That's ideal. But even if you can just swim for 20 minutes, or even if you can swim for 20 minutes and get in the sauna for 10 minutes, I feel huge relief with that, and I feel much better. So that's how I've been exercising when I've had flare-ups and joint pain. The other thing is walking. I do like taking walks when it's nice out. If I walk more, once I start getting close to like the 2-mile mark for walking, I will get stiff in my lower back. I'm not sure what that is. My lower back and my hips kind of get stiff, so I have to do some good stretching, which I hate because I feel like a huge sissy having to stretch after I walk. I was kind of an athlete when I was younger a little bit. So I have a macho complex about that, I guess. I got to stretch. I just taking a walk. But you know what you gotta do, you gotta do. I'm getting old. You're getting old. You gotta admit it. I don't have a complex about getting old. Not really, maybe. But walking for me works if I don't go too far, and take care of any low back and hip pain I get from doing it. So that is in my video. Thanks for hanging out and listening to it, and I hope maybe this gives you some ideas or some hope or some guidelines that you can still maintain an active lifestyle and work out and do what makes you feel good, even though you have maybe some problematic symptoms or a new diagnosis. And I'm gonna let you go and go face all these people who have walked by me and looked at me like I'm crazy in my car. Have a good day. Bye.